Joined by a very special guest this morning, Bob Baxter, came down from Nauvoo. Thanks for coming down so early with us. And you brought some really cool things. Explain what these are.
Well, those are called 6-pound cannonballs. They were used in the Battle of Nauvoo. That's between the Mormons and the anti-Mormons, 1846 in September.
So these cannonballs are really old, from 1846.
Yes, yes. They probably were molded in that, within a few years before the battle of that. The Mormons only had one cannon, and that was retrieved from an old riverboat connecting rod. They sealed one end, and that's what they would put these balls down and fire them back at the anti-Mormons.
All right. So Battle of Nauvoo, you found this stuff in Nauvoo, obviously, at the battle site.
Yes.
What other kind of things are you finding there?
Well, in the recent dig about 2 weeks ago, we found a lot of musket balls. We found the coins, old coins, parts of muskets, top off of a powder horn, and a lot of odds and ends such as harrow teeth from the farmers' machines. You know, it's hard to tell what you'd find from a metal detector, but
Sure.
And they all belong to the people that gave us permission to go on their land, to the landowners.
Okay.
They go back to them.
These particular cannonballs have been unearthed for a while.
Yes, 1870 by my grandfather and great-grandfather. At the estate of my dad, they were sold to a lady in Nauvoo, and she in turn donated them to the Nauvoo Historical Society, where they're on permanent display.
Cool. And so you can come see these then at the Historical Society.
Yes.
Is the dig still going on?
The dig is done for this spring. Now this fall it will commence again about 2 miles east, where most of this cannonading was going on. And we'll have about maybe 10 to 12 guys out there with their detectors, and who knows what we'll find. It's kind of...
Yeah, you'll have to let us know when you do that. We'll come out and do a story with you guys, because that would be interesting to follow. With this, what is it like for you knowing these came or were found by your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your dad and grandfather? What's it like for you when you find new stuff from this battle?
Of course, when I was a young boy, they explained to me about the battle. You know, and here's the cannonballs from there. Here's where we found them. So, in a way, I hated to give them up. But what good was they in my basement or in a closet somewhere? So I'm very satisfied that it went to Nauvoo Historical Society, that anybody can come and see them.
And why should people come see these artifacts and learn about the Battle of Nauvoo?
Well, you know, it's so very little known about it. It was just maybe a year or so ago that this lady in Nauvoo suggested that we look on her farm, because the history was that that's where a lot of cannon shooting was going on. So that's where it all started.
Great.
And one by one, we got adjoining neighbors to give us permission to go on their property. So we're all anticipating this fall.
All right, well, the dig is done now. I've learned a whole lot here. A lot of it's been in commercial breaks when I've been talking to Bob, but very fascinating. Check it out. Again, it's at the Nauvoo Historical Society.
Yes.
Open to the public. Come check it out and learn a little bit. Bob, thanks so much for coming down this morning.
You're welcome.